viewer, welcome to a brand new season of Fast Foods Fast. This is the cooking show where you get to learn about all the fast foods that God gave us and how fast you could fix them in your own kitchen. This season, we are all about the sticky issues in being a vegan and how you can get all the nutrients that you need while in this kind of a lifestyle. I will be your host, Lois Otiende. I have my co-host,
Tabitha Uchieng. My pleasure to be here.
And together with us, we have an awesome guest that we have invited for this particular season. We have
Melanie Osuri is my name, and I am so glad to be here.
Thank you so much, Melanie, for joining us.
Sure thing.
Now, we are looking at, is it possible to be vegan and be healthy? Can you get all the things that you need? Do you get enough protein? Do you get enough vitamins, especially the vitamin B12s, the iron issues, etc. So this season is just about that. If you have always been worried about how possible it is for you to be vegan and healthy, stay tuned. This is the season that you need to watch. And in this particular episode, we are looking at protein challenges.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Do you get enough protein while being a vegan? Is it possible? And so at that particular point, I ask myself, where do cows and elephants get protein from?
Good question.
Right.
Good question.
And yet they grow so big.
Yes, and strong.
Exactly. You know
Yes.
what? Like the bulls, you don't see them drinking milk at that adult age, yet they plow fields. An elephant, as you mentioned, such huge bodies. So where do they get their protein from? Now, guys, it is so simple. They get it from the ground, from plants.
And in this season, that is what we want to look at. Is it possible to get everything from the ground?
Right.
Okay. So this particular episode, we want to look at what we call guest delight.
Right.
The reason why it's guest delight.
Yeah, you know, traditionally in some communities, there are certain foods that were reserved for very, very special occasions.
Yes.
You know, like marriages and very special.
Yes.
So, ogira, peanut butter, or peanut sauce for
Is it
this one.
soup or
It
sauce?
is sauce. Let's call it
Heavy
sauce.
Sauce.
It can also be soup,
Right?
right?
Soup, yes.
Yes.
So we can take a vote.
Okay, we'll say
sauce or
soup.
soup?
We'll say
Sauce.
soup for
Okay.
this matter and move on. Because you want to be stuck on this, I know.
Okay, fine.
Yes, so peanut soup, we'll call it.
Yes.
Yes. To go with potatoes,
And
sweet
sweet
potatoes.
As you mentioned, you spoke about ogira.
Yes.
But there's some people who call it a lot njugu. I like how
A
it
lot
sounds.
njugu or magira. You know, actually where I
Magira.
come from, it's magira,
Me
not
too.
ogira.
Me too, actually. Magira.
Yes, magira. Yes.
Yeah. So I like, a
And
friend
I
of mine told me
remember-
a lot njugu in the area, and I
yes,
thought,
yes, that's quite something also.
I said I'll drop the magira name.
A
lot njugu
I won't
sounds
drop that
better.
because in school we called it Magira for power.
Amen.
All right, let's go.
Okay, now, so what we have in front of us here, we have, this is sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes.
It was peeled and pre-soaked
Right.
in lemon water
Oh yes, I saw that. I was so
Why
surprised.
lemon water?
to
Why
prevent
lemon
it
water?
from oxidizing.
Yes, yes.
Getting black and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, you've started with big terms. Discoloring. You know that brownish stuff
Yes.
that's formed? Yes, yes. Oxidation, very good, but maybe too big for me.
Right.
Oh yeah, if it was, I should have thought of you.
So,
Okay,
Yes.
so what we're going to do with this, and before we even do something with it, why do we need it?
why do we need it?
I know you just eat it because it's sweet. Melanie,
It
help
is
us.
true. But first, before Melanie comes in, let me try my little bit. Carbohydrates.
Yes.
Yes,
True
a
that.
very good source of carbohydrates, so that when we combine this and the protein source, we have a fairly complete meal.
I thought
Right?
you're the one who complained about big terms.
Oh yeah.
Carbohydrate.
Caught right there.
Okay, okay.
How
You
will
can
my
simplify
grandmother
that.
who is watching?
Yeah, sure. So carbohydrate is basically what plants. First of all, carbohydrate is the basic thing that plants make, all right?
See, it's
Where
so
they
basic.
have photosynthesis. Yeah, okay, how plants make food.
She's making
So
my
it
life
gets
difficult.
carbon dioxide from the air and hydrogen. They mix it up with oxygen. The way God made it is just beautiful.
Wow.
So a plant actually makes the basic unit for our food. So it's just carbon from the air and hydrogen and oxygen to make carbohydrate.
Good.
There you have it.
And
this is a good
so
energy
energy.
source.
Yes,
Energy, yeah.
energy. That's the word she was looking for, actually.
Oh, yes, nguvu. You need nguvu.
Yes.
And actually, sweet potatoes also, in this, we peeled them. There are people who prefer them with the peels on.
yes, which is still very good.
Very advisable.
Yes.
If you have organic, just like not used with pesticides when it was grown, you can use the peels. I personally prefer the peels.
Yeah.
And you wash it very well.
Yeah.
And you can still use it.
I want us to start cooking.
Okay.
Yay, me too. Yes.
So we are going to begin by blanching this.
Right.
Because we'll need to stir fry it at some point. So when you have sweet potatoes, once you've blanched it or parboiled it.
Yeah, parboiled.
Parboiled.
Yeah. You can either put it in the oven just to make it a little bit crispy, or if you don't have that kind of time, you can just stir fry it with very little oil on both sides.
Okay.
Right. Awesome.
So I'm ready to start.
Yeah, you can put that
Okay.
on.
Some little space. Yeah.
So, Melanie, just tell us more about this sweet potatoes before.
Sure.
Just
more about sweet
Other than the
potatoes.
energy.
Right. I mentioned about the peels, and if you want, there's a protein content, and it is the highest in the peels. So there's some people who might not, the people who just take sweet potatoes and tea for their breakfast and off they go. If you're that kind of a person, then you most likely should have it with the peels on, because now you, even in that, you still have the little
still
protein
have
on
some
the peel.
protein.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So while we're combining these two, ogira, alot-njugu, magira, whatever you want to call it, with the sweet potatoes, so that you have a balanced diet. Sweet potato is very good for carbohydrates, as we had said, energy, and also the structure of the cell basically is made up of this.
Wow.
And then you put the protein.
Are you getting all that?
I am getting. I'm just marveling at how she can sing it and sing it along. Hey, please go right ahead.
So why protein? As we mentioned, the challenge is for vegetarians, like we cannot get enough protein.
Can we have it all the time?
So we have the major components of proteins is actually amino acids.
Melanie, just a minute.
I have paused.
She's harassing me to put it all in, but what I know about blanching,
Yeah.
it is best done without putting stuff on top of others.
Oh,
So
yeah?
let's use that as well.
Fine.
So
You
this-
want us
that's
to
enough?
use the two?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you heap them up, they don't blanch
they
out very
don't
well.
blanch very well. That's true.
Do you need more water there?
Yes.
I can.
Yeah, there's
I can.
more water here.
So you are on amino acids.
Sure. So we have amino acids as we do that. There's the essential amino acids and the non-essential amino acids. So there are 20 different amino acids, but basically the essential amino acids about 9, and for a young person, for an adult, there are 9 that you need. And these 9, those are the ones that you need to get from outside your body, for your body actually makes protein, okay? So these ones that you need to get are what we are trying to get from here. So what does the protein in your body do once you have it in your body? Structure for enzymes. Enzymes are basically what catalyzes reactions in your body. What makes them move, like chemical reactions in your body. We have hormones, yes, that's where the protein is needed. And also the structure of your muscles. This is protein.
That's protein.
Yeah. So that's why you find people that don't eat enough, they start wasting, because the body, wasting is just losing muscles, losing muscles. So you find someone who's very thin, they're probably not having enough protein, apart from other issues. But basically, if you want to grow muscles, protein is your friend.
Yeah, so I remember way back then, you know, I went to school a long time ago, but they used to tell us it's for growth and repair.
Right.
And that's why for children,
they need
growing children,
they need a
lot of proteins.
Yeah.
Yes, they have to get sufficient amounts. And then as we age, does that mean we do not need as much?
No, you don't need as much. It's just like a building.
Yes.
When you're building from ground,
Yes.
you need a lot of material. But once you have, just repair the roof is leaking.
Maintenance.
Maintenance. So when you have excess of it, we're going to mention just in a few what the dangers of those are.
So it's actually possible to get enough protein as a vegan. So you've mentioned some of those alternatives that we can have.
Sure.
But also we have the seeds as well.
Yes, yes.
So which is also very common this side, okay? Like you will go to some places, they have the amaranth seeds. And when you tell them amaranth, they're like, where can I buy that?
Amaranth?
But they don't know it's the same. What is that
mchicha.
word? Yes.
Yes, that mchicha. Yes, you remember
Mchicha?
that mchicha.
Mchicha
the
seeds,
seeds. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, you can have that, and they're so common in the market as well.
Yeah, any seed really. Whenever you meet a seed, just eat it. We don't eat seeds as much as we should.
And by the way, do you know something very interesting? At least I know there are 2 seeds that have all essential amino acids. There's quinoa and there's amaranth. But quinoa is quite expensive and not as common.
Not so common, but amaranth
for us, amaranth is very common.
It's very common.
Yes.
I know a third one that you don't. Buckwheat. Do you know that?
Oh, really? Yeah. I didn't know that.
Same thing.
But you're that thing that you don't do.
Yeah, she only mentioned 2. I'm only helping her.
Yes. Thank you so much. So now it's possible to have too much protein.
Right.
Okay. Do not overdo your protein. As a matter of fact, one time I interacted with some sick children.
Yes.
Yes.
And when I got to see a naturopathic doctor, they told me the children were having too much protein.
Too much protein.
And the doctor advised reduce the protein.
Right.
Let them use it on alternate days.
Right.
And it just
it's true.
resolves
You know, there are
quite
guys
a
who
bit.
eat like nyama choma, like almost every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
And they eat steak, and then there's fish, and then there's so much protein. What this does is, you know, your body cannot store protein.
Yeah.
It has to convert it into glycogen, or it can use it up for energy.
Yeah.
So you find that when your body is stored it as glycogen and use it up as energy, and still there's excess, it has to be stored as fat. Now, fat is not the preferable way that the body stores your protein, because it takes so much energy to store it and even to break it down. So your body prefers to burn it, okay? Now, when you eat excess protein and now it is stored, your body is trying to find ways of escape. So you find tumors and skin tags, you've seen, and even fibroids, uterine fibroids. There must be an element of excess protein in your diet. So even when it gets to too much excess, that is someone who having meat almost every other day in their diet, then they can even develop cancer.
That's true.
Because
I didn't know about
excess.
the skin tags.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's just excess protein. So we need to be careful how much protein we intake. It's good, but as an adult, you just need repair and growth and maintenance.
And maintenance.
Right.
Plus, of course, the bit of exercise. You know, as you were talking, I was listening very keenly. Yes, we take a lot of this protein, then again, we have a sedentary lifestyle. So then, you know, we're not helping the body to use up that which we've already taken, and that complicates issues for us. So exercise becomes a very key part of our lifestyle.
Very true.
And I think we also need to take note that you don't have to stress yourself to get the sources of protein that other people have in other places. Use what you have. So, for instance, if you go to Coast and there's not much peanuts, then you can use makorosho, as they call it.
Cashew nuts.
They have
Cashew nuts, they call them makorosho. They actually, if you say cashew nut, they'll be like, what is that? What is that? I once asked a Costarian and I was like, oh, it's makorosho. You know, I was trying to explain, is that white thing? Yeah. So just use the sources of protein that is available. You don't have to import something from Australia to get it to where you are.
Yeah, you're right. You know, because even when we talk about nuts, you start talking about Brazil nuts and pistachios and you know,
stuff like that.
Some of us only meet them in the supermarket.
There is a reason. Go ahead, Mama. Go ahead.
I'm saying many of us meet some of those ones only when we go to the supermarket.
They're so pricey.
And they're costly, yes.
There's a reason why God placed us where we are in our environment.
True.
And it means like where we are, there are sources of protein we can get from right here. Yeah, so we don't need to go out there to source from them. Use what you have.
So essentially, a vegan lifestyle need not be expensive. That's what we're trying to say.
Bottom line.
You can have a vegan lifestyle and have all the protein that you need without spending too much.
Yes.
That's right.
That's encouraging. That's encouraging to do.
It's
true. And you know, I thought to mention beans. Beans are good in protein.
Yeah.
And beans is very available.
By the way, Melanie, I once had someone say, I Chef, I'm not a scientist, but I once heard someone say that peanuts are actually legumes.
I know. It's funny.
And not a nut.
Because the other day I also
But they're called nuts, surely.
The other day I also had tomatoes. They're not vegetables, they're fruits. You know the way we are so used to these things, and then someone tells you others like, but anyway, if peanuts are legumes, it's okay.
But you know, for me, they are still plant-based and they still have protein, so they go.
Whatever you call them, whether legumes or nuts, it's totally fine. Just eat them, okay?
All right, so we need to check up on what we were blanching.
About...
we should have done it with a bit of salt. But anyway, we can do the salt at the stir-fry level.
No, these are sweet potatoes.
Okay.
There's some guys who use salt.
Yes.
In the sweet potatoes?
Yes, sweet potatoes.
There are people who do that.
True.
There are people who don't.
So preference.
Yeah.
If you want, you can put
if you like that tinge of salt, you can add. If you don't, fine.
And my bit is, if it's done with the peels, no salt. If it's peeled off like this, add a bit of salt.
I like you. I actually like
All right.
Okay, fine.
So,
so we need
as soon as this is done, we need to do something else. We've been talking of ogira, and we are not started yet.
Yeah,
but
we need to explain what we are going to do with this and what we have at that point.
Okay.
Yeah, so that we'll be able to, I think, especially for what we want to use, we'll be seasoning this at some point.
Yes.
Okay. So you can just...
this one here?
Yes. You can just assist us with that.
Sure.
It's homemade seasoning.
Homemade seasoning?
Yes.
You can actually do seasoning yourself. You don't need to get all expenses. Just guess.
Yeah. So at the point of stir frying, we are going to sprinkle a little bit of this with some oil. This is homemade seasoning. You can just put anything that you prefer. Right. All right. So if you prefer a bit of cumin, name it.
Cumin, paprika,
black
just
pepper.
Grind them all together. And have it. So this is some grapeseed oil.
Grapeseed.
But you can use any kind of oil.
Right.
Okay. You can use sunflower oil. You can use olive oil. There's something about the smell of olive. I normally hear people say, oh, it has a nice smell and a great flavor. And sometimes I like smell is nice.
The flavor is nice. I also agree with you. I don't understand the smell. Is there a way that you can mask it though? I see many people putting...
But why do you want to mask it? The reason it has that smell is because it's cold pressed. And when it's cold pressed, like sunflower, you know, that's another one that really has a strong smell. That's the natural thing. And you know what? We need to get used to using things the way nature provides them.
I think the problem is we're not used to it. We're used to these other
oils.
So when you come to it, like, it smells different.
It's okay if you don't like the smell. You can mask it.
You can mask it, yeah. You can mask it.
Yes.
I'm not saying yes to that.
Don't make life impossible. So now,
because when you use it a few times, Melanie,
you get used to it.
Yeah. Yes.
No problem.
You get used to it.
So we're going to use this just to drizzle on top of it. Once it's ready, you don't have to stir fry with it. Right?
Garnish.
Garnish is the word.
Yeah, not sprinkle on top. Okay, fine. Thank you.
And
I think we are ready now.
Yeah, that should be done.
Yeah.
That should be done.
Okay. So we need to turn that off.
We need another for the sauce. Another
what?
Saucepan.
Saucepan?
Yes.
How do I?
But at this point,
no, we'll just put these together.
Yeah. Well, what I would like us to do now is just to allow this to simmer a bit, just for a few more minutes.
Okay.
And then we are going to allow it to cool because
we'll
drain the water out. Then we'll drizzle it once it's a little bit cool enough for us to handle it.
Okay.
Now, at this particular point, we will be taking a short break, and we will be right back after this.
The smile on my face as I watched her walk down the aisle. I knew this was the beginning of my happy ever after.
We would play like little children who have endless energy. He made me laugh every single day Oh, what bliss.
She suddenly had too many complaints.
He just started doing everything wrong. I couldn't stand him. It was too much.
When issues start trickling in your family, who do you turn to? What do you do? Watch this brand new season of Family Times. Join the different families on set as they share their experiences of how God has kept them together through it all. Every Sunday from 7 to 8 p.m. on Hope Channel Kenya.
Welcome back. So we are still on with what we were doing, guest special, a lot njugu, magira, ogira, with the sweet potatoes that we're going to, we already parboiled and now we just want to stir fry it a bit. And then also make our soup, sauce, or
gravy.
Yeah.
We agreed. We will agree.
We will call it whatever we like calling it. So this has already parboiled.
Yep.
Okay. And it's now fine. So we'll just allow it to cool and then we'll marinate it a bit and let it absorb that seasoning as we work on that. Right? Okay. So we can put this
aside.
This happens actually to be my favorite dish.
Really?
When I go home, Mom always makes it, but she makes sure that she doesn't make so much because I can drink it up. And then I have like my stomach running.
Yes. Okay.
So
sorry, can I just have something?
Yes. So please. So as we are working on that, we'll need to sieve that a bit. Melanie, probably you could do that for us.
You need me to sieve this hibiscus now?
Yes. Just sieve that.
Into?
I know, in... remove that lemon.
I can put it in here.
It's clean. Awesome. Yeah. Then you can just sieve that hibiscus water inside. Now, the traditional way of doing this thing usually is just the salt. Actually, some people put milk.
Yes.
Yes.
There are people who add sour milk at that, so that it has that taste. Yes.
If we are going to do a healthy guest delight, let's avoid the sour milk. Let's avoid cow milk.
Cow milk.
Yeah.
For baby cows.
Okay. Sorry, Melanie. Allow me to do this because I'm ready to mix.
You're ready to mix?
Yes.
So while you're mixing, just assist me with that, with the cooking stick.
Okay. Which one? This one?
No, the other one.
Yes, the other one.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you. So I just want to get this off.
Sorry.
No worries.
I want to get them off from this. So I'll just
while you're doing that, so what we have here is just roasted peanuts. Yes.
And then, of course, you grind it.
Roasted peanuts, and they've been
peanut butter.
Yeah, this is peanut butter. Yeah. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And
nice.
You know, I'm taking a shortcut here. See the way it goes right. This is actually very nice.
It is. I should just eat it off the can just like that. I love peanut butter.
Yeah.
I love peanut butter.
And actually the smell.
It smells really nice.
It smells really nice.
Like the olive oil. No, she seems to like smells. Weird smells.
No, excuse me.
She likes weird smells.
Kind of. No, but this is not weird.
Okay.
Lois. What's wrong with you?
At least that one I can agree with you.
Could I kindly just ask for a spoon from there?
Sure. Now, while you're doing this stir frying, you don't put, I prefer not to put things on top of each other.
That's true.
It doesn't come out very well. So we'll only put that which is enough for our tiny pan, and that leaves some of us out.
I will not say much because I'm handling peanut butter here and I'm using it all up. No, but that's okay because at the end of this we want to be able to eat something. So Lois, it's fine.
I know you want to make this your business, but I'll get into it.
Trust you.
And normally the can stays for the youngest. So since I'm here, this is mine for keeps. I'll use it later.
I have given.
Very
it's
well.
used to leak now.
Okay, so we'll just mix it. And you know, the fresher it is, the easier it is to mix it. So like this is, when you get those that have stuck probably in the shelves for so long, they get like real cloggy down there. Oh, yes, you'll need muscles. You'll need muscles to really be able to mix them. But this is nicely mixed. I just need a bit more water.
Yeah, you need more, definitely.
I need water.
Let me see. Oops, is it?
Yeah, but we can get more water from there. We can do the cold.
So let me just rinse this.
So you don't necessarily have to use warm water.
No, warm is for mixing, the initial mixing. And then you can add, because as it cooks, it thickens. Yes, it thickens. So you keep adding until, put in. You put in. Okay, there we go.
So it's like making uji, really.
Yeah, we'll need.
It's like making uji.
More, right? Pretty much.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Basic idea.
Okay. The basic idea. Okay, that's good. That's good. We'll actually have it stand by there. Okay. So that, because as it cooks, it thickens.
Yes, and now you need to have your water ready.
So I put in?
Yeah, I think we can put in just, okay.
That's enough. All right.
We'll keep going with that. So you want to start your seasoning?
So on my end here, I'll just drizzle a bit of this. Melanie.
This is so fancy, guys. Like, have you ever had spiced sweet potatoes?
Sweet potatoes.
You can only get it here.
I know. And you know, sometimes people say, oh, vegan food gets boring, it gets dull and everything. Look, we have all the variety. And you actually can play around with so much.
Just get creative.
Before you stir fry it, you just put a bit of...
Yeah, so we agreed you do salt, because they are peeled.
You're pushing that down my throat. It's like we agreed you
do. I thought we did.
There is salt too.
Melanie, did that sound mild to you?
All right.
That didn't sound mild, right?
You better use salt.
Okay. So as we talk about this, there are allergies. There are complications. We mentioned quite a bit about complications of, especially of too much protein. But do we also have complications of not having enough protein?
Yes, there is.
Hey, you need to see what I'm doing.
Okay.
You got lost.
Oh, they're flipping. I cannot do that.
So that you mix it well before you stir fry it. Otherwise. And then you notice we don't want to use this,
because that will mash it up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you need to flip it sort of.
Oh, I get.
Then it mixes.
The things you let Lois do.
Right? Like, see where I am. All the way there. I'm not even moving.
Yeah, so Melanie, we agreed, eh?
Yes, we agreed.
You know it's you we are making this for.
We agreed.
Continue? Yeah.
We agreed.
We agreed that we'll not put too much because we don't want stuffing them on top of each other.
You don't want to pile them on top of each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as we agreed, we're supposed to put salt because it's peeled.
We agreed we are putting salt. So, as per the agreement, the salt is going in.
Okay, just a little bit, Lois. It's sweet already.
But we
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I stepped on your toe, but not too much.
Yeah, okay.
And I think we should be good.
Yeah. So I would want you to just move this.
You migrate
to the other side so that you. Okay.
So when you have too little protein in your diet, of course, you can have complications like the malnourished children. You've seen these children who are wasted.
Yeah. Malnutrition.
Because they eat so much carbohydrate. You know, they have rice and tea in the morning, then at lunchtime they have boiled maize, then in the evening they have
rice and Irish potatoes.
Yes.
Let me tell you a typical one.
Yeah.
Somebody told me that they were fed for some time with something like ogira, but made from corn flour. And they would eat that with ugali.
Uji.
Yes, it's uji, except the flour is roasted first. You know what I mean? And then they make it something like this.
Oh my goodness.
And that's the soup to go with ugali.
So it's ugali in liquid form.
Yes,
with
yes.
ugali
in solid form, you know?
Guys! And then there's another common one, rice, and then like I think Luis mentioned it.
Irish potato soup.
Irish potato
Irish
soup.
potatoes, yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, that's another common one.
Yeah. But anyway, the other thing you need to, especially for children, as those who have allergies,
Yes.
you might need to
Tone down.
Yes.
Tone down their
Very
protein.
much so, very much so.
One time my children were having quite a bit of allergies.
Yeah.
And the doctor just advised me, cut down on the protein.
Yeah.
Have lots of fruits, lots of vegetables, and lots of carbohydrates.
Right.
Yes.
So do protein on alternate days of the week, and you just tone down.
It's toned down.
Good.
They-
But the
they
other
can-
thing that we may need to mention here is the time we take our proteins also.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
tell us about
Yes,
that.
yes. Because you need your proteins, yes, but you need them, the body will utilize them best in the morning. So your breakfast really should be packed, full of everything else. And towards the evening, your supper should be lighter and more of vegetables or fruits. Yes. If you have to do carbohydrates, yes, but limit the proteins in the evening.
Right.
Yeah.
That also helps.
It does. And we've had people who, when they have reduced their protein intake, like Lois mentioned,
Yes.
the allergies go. People who are asthmatic and you've been struggling with asthma so much, check on your milk. Maybe the cow's milk is a big deal. So just reduce on your animal protein and you will see a big difference.
You're saying reduce.
Reduce.
Just do away with it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would say.
away.
If you want to really be
Cow
healthy,
protein.
and especially when you have allergies,
Hey,
you're
you're
better
missing
off.
out on something.
I can see
They're becoming
the browning and the crispy
Yeah,
bit.
their edges are so nice.
Now, at this point, I want to put something else, Lois.
No.
I'm ready for
Salt.
this.
You could leave that a bit.
I'm ready. Okay, where's the
Put the
where's
salt first.
But it's actually ready because the moment it boils like that, we can.
You know, I have to turn this bit by bit.
I know.
One by one so that they don't break.
Melanie, I'm doing this
So
for
again,
you, for me in a
you
way.
do not need a lot of salt. Just like that should be just
Okay,
about enough.
great.
You don't want it way too salty.
Melanie,
Yes, please.
I was saying I'm doing this for you and for me.
I know she's trying to
For
get.
me and for you.
She's trying to get her message across, but Lois,
Why
I'm
am I
sorry.
not getting
I'm
this
sorry.
message?
I'm sorry for you. Okay, so to the sauce
Yeah.
soup, I've added just salt.
Yeah.
Now there are several things you can do just to make it interesting. That little tangy taste.
Yeah.
You can use lemon.
Yes.
But the danger with lemon is that when you do it hot, you keep it boiling. Like if I added the lemon here and allowed it to continue cooking, there's that danger of losing freshness, right?
And actually, then
And,
you need to use, if you're using hot lemon, just use it within 1 hour.
Within an hour. Yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you don't get the very.
It's not
I
helping
learned
you
that
much.
today.
So for this purpose, instead of using lemon, we will use hibiscus. And what we've done is just to take hibiscus
And do you know why
powder.
hibiscus?
Tell us, Lois.
Hibiscus.
Do you know why?
The flavor. I'll go for the flavor.
tanginess
Yes.
is more than lemon.
All right.
It's
Yes, sort
quite. It brings out a very nice taste.
I'm going to taste that today. The tanginess of the hibiscus. I can't wait.
of the hibiscus.
You know, sometimes in this side of the country, lemon is out of season.
Oh yes, like now it's terribly expensive.
Yes. So if it's out of season, how do you,
You have
make
alternatives.
it?
You have
Don't be very excited about it, and then pour all that. I've warned you.
Lies. Okay, I'll use just a little bit, like half of what we have there. I think that should be good enough. Yep.
Okay.
Uh-oh, some paper.
Some coming right
Yeah.
up.
I think this is
So
not very far from being done.
You want
Kindly,
to...
Yeah. Wipe my hands.
I'm just going to put that on
And
top.
then something else. Blackstrap molasses.
Yeah.
Tell us about blackstrap molasses.
Lots and lots of iron. Actually, Melanie, one time I was discussing this with a friend and I told them, if you want to be a healthy vegan, just eat like the cow.
I hope they didn't take offense.
Cows take this just about every day.
Yes.
Blackstrap molasses, Himalayan pink salt.
Oh, yes.
If you look at what we give
they
cows.
add it to their feed.
Yeah. If you look at the things that we give cows.
Those are the healthy stuff.
Yeah. I have a friend of mine, actually.
And that's why we are told eat cow meat and cow milk.
My friend had sickle cell anemia. And then I asked them to just use this molasses.
Molasses.
So they used to add it to their OG. It's actually a sweetener. Right?
It is.
They add it to their OG and it really helped with time. Her blood level started coming up because this is very good for iron.
Then what you have to take note of again is the hibiscus.
Yes.
It's very high in vitamin C.
Right.
So iron enables, vitamin C enables the absorption of iron. So whenever you want to take that, you need to take them, at least put something with vitamin C and iron.
Always.
Vitamin C,
iron.
And you know something? We are nearly done with our ogirai. We just need to give it a bit of time to simmer and it will be ready. And
I think we are done with this also. Wow. And this has
I thought the hibiscus would make it red, but
no, because you don't need a whole lot of it.
I cannot.
I mean, you lose nothing.
Nothing lost.
Okay.
There we go.
And you take note that you put this when it's
nearly done.
Yes, when it's nearly done.
Yeah.
So that is it for today. Basically, that's what we were doing, our protein challenge, and of course, having some carbohydrate sauce that also has some protein and lots of energy at the same time.
Right.
So we have this, it's ready as well. I'll just turn this off. So this is how it looks. See that? Yes. Parboiled and stir-fried. Coriander. This we just do.
Coriander.
So this we just do it like this.
Yeah, just.
Yeah, you just sprinkle on top.
Awesome.
And you say garnish.
Garnish.
So this is how it looks. And we also
I'll do with more.
That. All right, that is all that we had for you today. We are glad that you were watching. Till next time.